Councillor Mellor.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I broadly support the motion. I think it's a good motion. And I think what it does demonstrate in relation to the closing of the branches is a banking system which is fundamentally broken. Now, I think as was demonstrated at the beginning of the meeting, where practically everyone put their hand up in relation to having an RBS account, it demonstrates the fact that 85% of current accounts in this country are with the 5 major banks. And that, to me, it says something that's fundamentally flawed within the banking sector. And we have all this talk about challenger banks and so on, meant to be coming through. That evidently isn't working. And, like I say, as a Labour and cooperative member, I'd like to think that I bring something sort of diverse now to this chamber, now I'm newly elected. And one of the proposals that the Cooperative Party regularly pushes, and something I'm very much behind, is the promotion of not just credit unions. Obviously, Councillor Wyatt mentioned Stockport Credit Union, but is the use of, well, essentially using the German model of local banks, the Sparkassen, which are local banks. They work for local people. They are mutual banks. They are run for local people, owned and maintained by local communities. And where we've got these branch closures taking place across the piece with RBS, there's a gap there where we can have small challenger banks filling these holes that are being left by RBS. Indeed, I believe something's coming on tomorrow at the GMCA meeting, where there's a proposal for a £5 million challenger bank for small and medium enterprises to be based within Greater Manchester. And that's a good first step. So I think with the RBS closures that are going ahead, obviously they're very, very regrettable, but they symbolise a flawed banking system within this country that needs to be fixed. Challenger banks and, like I say, the promotion of credit unions are the way forward. And I think particularly having local banks based in local communities, like I say, like Cheadle-Hulme, are a potential way in which to address this void which we now have with these closures. So, like I say, I broadly support the motion. It's a good motion. I echo, like I say, Councillor Driver's comments as well. This isn't obviously just affecting Cheadle-Hulme, it's affecting other areas as well, like, say, Denton and Reddish. But like I say, I broadly support the motion. I'm very confident that it will have wide support within the chamber. Thank you.